Oh, hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, I just would not have as many people to talk to, and I certainly wouldn't have as many friends. So I want to thank each and every one of you guys. And if it weren't for you guys, I certainly wouldn't be doing this. I'm sitting here. I just got another load of the Jobu t-shirts. They've been flying out like crazy. So all of you people that have ordered them, the last ones are going out today. I ran out of larges. So Omar, Walt, Neil, Alberto, all your guys, your stuff is headed back out in the mail tomorrow morning, as well as shot glasses for Terry. And I want to thank you guys for all the support and stuff. I'm working on some stuff to upgrade the studio here because I'm getting actually a much more powerful computer system. So that way, when we live stream, I'll be able to do some interviews and things like that. I'll be able to multiple cameras, and the clarity will be a lot better. So I appreciate all the super chats and all the support from you guys, because without you guys, the Jobu Sports Report really just would not exist. But you gotta love it that you guys are going to be wearing the same gear that Dak Prescott wears. And I still can't believe that Dak Prescott is wearing a Jobu t-shirt. But, I truly feel blessed. He's helping to spread the mojo. But I tell you somebody who's not spreading the mojo. And I got to tell you, they have turned into a complete joke. And that is ESPN. And I'm wondering if they did this purely for ratings. Because it makes no sense. I mean, I understand the Stephen A. Smith show. It works for ratings. And so you can trace all of these shows that are out there now to one show. PTI. PTI with Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbon was groundbreaking. It was something totally different. But unlike all the clown shows that have turned it into like a reality take, PTI actually had real discussions about real things that were going on that were rational. Those shows now, it's just who can be the biggest fool out there? Who can get the highest ratings by screaming the loudest? It's not really sports talk. It's not anything that you're really going to learn anything about. It's just a whole lot of crap. And now it's like every show is turning into it. I mean, Chris Carter's on one. You got, of course, Undisputed. And it's just kind of like crazy.
First show, too.
Yeah, Michael is describing more. I mean, it's just literally, that's all they are. If you are a real football fan and sports geek, I don't know where you're supposed to turn to get real information, because it's all crap. And when you look at the power rankings, and let's be honest, the power rankings mean nothing. I mean, it's week to week and it changes week to week. You can't really touch a whole lot out of it. But ESPN's is just crazy. ESPN's top 5, they have the Steelers at number 1, Green Bay, followed by Kansas City, New England, and there's Dallas. Well, at least they put Dallas in the top 5. But I got to tell you, the Steelers at number 1? I'm not saying that they're not a good team, but they barely beat the Cleveland Doo-Doo Browns. I'm not talking about the Cleveland Browns. I'm not talking about the Cleveland Browns that had Jim Brown back in the day. I'm talking about the Cleveland Browns that came around because the Cleveland Browns went to Baltimore, became the Ravens, and won 2 Super Bowls. I'm talking about the Cleveland Browns that have never done jack crap. They barely beat them. 21-18, I believe it was. And you're telling me that's the number 1 team in the NFL? When you had everybody before last week had the New England Patriots as the greatest team since sliced bread that was going to go, all the way to Super Bowl again, undefeated. At their Super Bowl party, get their ass kicked by Kansas City, and you're going to tell me that the Steelers, who barely beat the Doo-Doo Browns, is the number 1 team? Come on, ESPN. Are you kidding me? Now, I might understand you saying Green Bay Packers could be the second best team. That's a legitimate argument, because they did beat the Seattle Seahawks, who I still think the Seattle Seahawks stock is going downhill. But that remains to be seen. But the Steelers at number one? Okay, all right. But you did move Kansas City up to third place over top of the Patriots because they did kick the Patriots' ass. So that kind of makes some sense. Although I would have to put Kansas City up there above the Pittsburgh Steelers. And of course, my Dallas Cowboys get no respect because they're the Dallas Cowboys. And I think it's just that you people at ESPN just hate it, or that is the hidden agenda that you're telling all of your sports people. Make sure you hammer the Cowboys and give them no respect. Because a lot of people were saying that the New York stinking Giants were a Super Bowl favorite. The team that beat the Cowboys twice last year, the team that had a great defense, they said the best defense in football. And of course, they said they have a two-time Super Bowl MVP quarterback in Eli Manning. The Cowboys kicked their ass to open the season. I dare say that the New York stinking Giants are better than the Cleveland Browns. Wouldn't you say that? Wouldn't you say the Giants are better? Maybe not by much, because I'm not giving the Giants a whole lot of credit for this year, because I believe they're going down. I believe their stock is going down. But the Cowboys won 19-3 against one of the best defenses in football. The Steelers played the doo-doo Browns and barely won. I got to tell you, it seems like every week ESPN hits a new low. And it's sad because ESPN used to be the gold standard of sports reporting. And now they're a freaking reality show. Well, I got lots of shirts to send out. And I want to thank you guys for all the support. We're just scratching the surface of the season. And I am even going back to school, so I will get better at doing this stuff. I need more hours in the day, I got to be honest with you. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo, and that's Michael over there laughing.